All right, so in this video, by request, I actually picked up a pair of these Nike Air Zoom Division sneakers. Wanted to give you guys kind of just a general review of the shoe since it is a new Nike model. And it looks kind of cool. I mean, I like the overall look of the shoe, but is it worth paying that 90 bucks for, or are there better options out there for you guys? Let's go ahead and get into the video. What is going on, guys? Hes here, KNOCKDOWN. If you guys would like to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description, and happy shopping. If you guys want to buy a pair of these, I will link them in the description as well. They retail at $90 on Nike's website, and they do fit true to size as far as I can tell. So first things first, let's start off with the box. You can see it says Nike Air Zoom Division 9.5, and this is supposedly a white, black, and game royal colorway. Retail again at that $90 price point, which is a pretty sweet spot. So 90 bucks for a brand new Nike model. The reason why I think that people are interested in this shoe, if they do have any interest, is because they like that trend of that exaggerated heel. And in this case, it's almost like a double heel or a double midsole, because you could see the regular one comes like right here, and then the other one on the bottom that exaggerates out is right here, and it sticks out the back. And this is something we've seen on a couple different models. First, we saw the Nike Sakai waffles that dropped with that exaggerated midsole, and I think that this is kind of like a knockdown or an emulation of this sneaker right here. There's also the Nike Zoom Type, which has a crazy midsole. Now, this is not the actual Zoom Type. This is my Frankenstein version, because I took the midsole, sole swapped it with the waffle off-white joints here, and tried to create my own like off-white looking sneaker. And I really like the results, minus my crappy glue job and the fact that I popped the air on here, man. I did a video on these already, but I literally popped the air unit. Like, that's terrible. These air units are really weak, to be honest. But that is the other midsole that I think a lot of people are thinking about when they see this shoe right here. So the Nike Air Zoom Type is actually $150. So is it worth buying this one instead? Well, number one, you got to look at the style. Which one do you like better, the Zoom Type, or you guys like this one? Personally, I just really did not like the Zoom Type upper. I thought it looked terrible and it felt really cheap in hand. And honestly, this upper feels better than the Zoom Types, but that's kind of where I'll land on this one as being a little bit better, in my opinion, than the Zoom Type, because the midsole in this is absolutely nothing like the Zoom Type. This is like the pure definition of a knockdown sneaker model. So on the Zoom Type, you actually have a double stack Cushlon midsole, and this stuff is softer than Nike React. Like, it's insanely soft. And when you squish on the bottom of these, like, you notice it. It's insanely good. It also has a double stack Nike Air Zoom unit in the front that's absolutely massive, and it's very squishy. It's actually cheaper made than the actual shoe called the Nike Double Stack, but this is still really good. Then you look at the Zoom Air on the Zoom Division, and you get these puny little things that are harder than a rock. Like, these are like so incredibly firm, you can't have any flex. They're not comfortable at all. Like, it's just rubber and plastic. They're not cushioned at all, I should say. They're comfortable, they're just not well cushioned. So if you like a shoe that is comfortable and not squishy, then I think this is a great option. It's good on feet, it's just not squishy and well cushioned, which is what I would have expected after trying out that Zoom Type. But I'm going to read you guys the details from Nike's website. It says, dare to be different in the Nike Air Zoom Division. An expressive running silhouette made for an urban runway. Featuring mesh windows that let your sock game shine, stitched in no-sew overlays for added texture, and details inspired by the vintage and modern Nike running shoes. Springy Zoom Air and resilient double-stacked foam in the heel let you ride in comfort as you refuse to give in. The upper is actually pulling inspiration from the Nike Air Streak Light, and that's kind of all Nike has to say about these. So it's just double stacked foam, but it doesn't say that this is Cushlon or anything like that, and it's obvious when you get them in hand that's not Cushlon, which is kind of a bummer, because when you get them you think it's going to be double stacked foam, it's going to be soft and it's going to be good, but it's really firm comparison to the Cushlon. Now again, if you prefer a firmer foam like ride, this feels and fits like a normal pair of sneakers on your feet. If you look at it from that angle, then of course it's going to be decent. It's going to be pretty good on feet. This one is going to be a little bit more cushioned than the Air Max 90, but Air Max 90s are hard as a rock. So these are just a little bit better than that. But the overall design elements of the shoe I actually dig. I think is not bad at all. Is it worth that $90? Probably not. I would pick these up at 50 bucks though. Like, if they came on sale, like 50 bucks is a good price for them. And I think they look stylish, and they have other cool colorways that are out there. This one's not bad. I mean, you have a black Nike swoosh, you have hits of neon and blue, predominantly white upper with different layers though, so it gives like some extra details to the shoe. I think it looks great. I like the bottom too. It has a huge pink plate, and then you can see this is where the double stacked foam comes up, because the plate comes through the middle of the shoe. But this one doesn't actually have a plastic plate or anything like that. It's actually rubber tread that comes up and is sandwiched between the two midsoles. But this is it's a pretty cool looking shoe. It's just not worth that $90 price in my opinion. I like the innovations behind it, but again, it's kind of lackluster with overall. But again, it's overall lackluster if you're looking for a well-cushioned shoe. And when you have one that has a double stacked midsole, you'd think it would be better. But that being said, again, perfect definition of a knockdown sneaker right here. If you didn't want to spend the extra money for this one at $150, then you can always get this one for $90. And it's a different experience on feet, but all in all, not a bad looking shoe. But what do you guys think about the Nike Air Zoom Division? Is it a model that you guys are feeling or not? I mean, it's only a $90 model, and I'm assuming they're going to go on sale soon because they're not selling out in any colorways and any sizes. So if you guys want to buy a pair, check the links in the description. And I think I'll leave it there. Appreciate you guys for stopping by and watching. Subscribe again if you're new to the channel. Notification bell to be notified of when my videos are posted. Have a good rest of the day, though. See you guys for some more videos. Peace.